30 days before a national election, and Australia finds itself with a new Prime Minister in the shape of former leader Kevin Rudd. In one of yesterday's shock stories, Julia Gillard's attempts to end bitter infighting backfired as Mr Rudd won a ballot of Labour MPs 57 to 45 in a third leadership election. Sworn in on Thursday morning in Canberra, Mr Rudd claims he has learned from his first tenure as Prime Minister. But what now for the Australian economy? Well, investors say that Kevin Rudd's victory as leader of Australia's governing Labour Party may boost consumer sentiment, as the Prime Minister has pledged to work alongside businesses, stating, "Looking at our global economic circumstances, we have tough decisions ahead on the future of our economy." There's a big future for Australian manufacturing under this government. Business is a group that this government will work with very closely. It is unclear whether Mr Rudd will support some of the policies Ms Gillard struggled to sell to voters at the election, including the country's first levy on greenhouse gas emissions and a tax on mining profits. The 55-year-old may bring forward plans to link the nation's carbon market with Europe's. Mr Rudd inherits an economy with a weakening outlook and a flatlining currency. The Aussie dollar has dropped 11% against its US counterpart this quarter. However, news of Rudd's takeover has prompted some gains in today's trading. The country's benchmark equities gauge has also risen for a second day on the back of Rudd's leadership victory. However, interest rates continue to sit at a record low, with expectations of a further rate cut by the central bank this year. Similarly, year-on-year GDP data highlighted an expansion of just 2.5% this quarter, the weakest reading since the second quarter of 2011. Timing of the election will now prove key. While the national vote is currently scheduled for the 14th of September, business groups and economists are calling for the election to be brought forward to as early as August. While Rudd has thus far resisted calls to set an election date, market experts claim an early election could aid economic sentiment. ANZ economist Ivan Kulhun comments, "An earlier election may lift business and consumer confidence, which appears to have been weighed down by political uncertainty." However, others in the financial community maintain that the change in leadership remains secondary to external drivers of the Australian currency, namely China. Citigroup's Todd Elmer comments, "The biggest story for the Aussie dollar remains the regional slowdown. Until expectations on China stabilise, we are going to continue to see pressure on the Aussie dollar." That's all for now, but stay tuned to Dukascopy TV for all your FX news, reviews and analysis. Goodbye for now.